Hi, I'm Rob Boyd, an English photographer from the UK. I decided to create this podcast series talking to international photographers whose work I truly love. I realised I knew nothing about these amazing people apart from their names and their stunning work. So I created a set of hopefully entertaining questions that finds out who they are and what they love. Hi Gav, nice to see you, mate. Nice to have you here.
Yeah, nice to see you too.
So if you can start with your name and your Instagram name, that'd be brilliant.
So my name is Gavin Robinson. Instagram is Gav_Robinson.
I like that. We can actually know who you are. It's good.
That's me.
And have you got a website, mate?
No, I don't. I was going to do one ages ago, but I stopped and then I just leave it to Instagram to do all the jobs. I should do one in the future, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll know when it's right, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cool. And where do you live?
The easiest way to say it is 10 minutes away from Gatwick on the drive. So East Surrey. So that's where I am at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
cool.
area. Yeah.
Yeah. And where are you from originally?
And originally I am from Ealing, West London. From Ealing, grew up there. And I was going to say it's a home of Saka, the footballer, and Jamiroquai, quite famously. Yeah.
So if I visited you, where would you take me to shoot?
In London, I'll take you, I heard Victor say this and I'll say it as well, is I'll take you to Carnival. Because for me, that's like, the biggest culture thing you could get in London and in England in a way, from my culture, that is. It's vibrant. Have you been Carnival or?
No, because I've been offered to go loads of times, but it just never tied in, unfortunately, which is a shame because it looks incredible and it looks like it's obviously full on. And the thing is, there's so much background to it. I didn't realize how much history there was, and how many different sound stages they've got, and stations, sound stage. So it's
a big area, and it generates. I don't know if I'm correct, 60 million or is it more than that? But it brings in a lot of money to the capital. A lot of people.
But it feels like 60 million people as well. By the looks of it.
You feel some, and the history is amazing. And I've been going there since I was a little boy with my mum, and now elevated to taking pictures there. But I've always loved it. It has its stigma sometimes with some people saying it's a bit dangerous, but it's a lot of people who go, so you're going to find danger anywhere where you go, but generally when you go there, I've seen trouble once, but it wasn't to that degree where, my life is in danger sort of thing. I think it's, everyone's more, having a good time and it's good vibes. Yeah.
And it goes on for a long time as well. I know it starts early and it finishes early in the morning. It just continues, doesn't it? So I guess depending on when you go on.
It used to finish late, but now it finishes at 6. Sound systems have to come off at 6. But it starts early, with and it goes on for 2 days. Yeah.
Amazing.
2 days.
Incredible. Brilliant. So, it's a bit silly because it's London, but I ask if there are any places to visit as a tourist, but.
As a tourist, I'll say you could go to the obvious areas like Camden and such, but I prefer if I take you to, say Southall, which is like, they call it Little India, which is in the west of Ealing, London, based in Ealing. If you go there as a tourist, you'd be amazed of how, where you are. You would think you were in India in a way. And also often the other areas like Brixton and Stamford Hill, the Jewish area. Because London has all these cultures that the tourists don't see. They see the middle, which is nice. But if you come out, you're going to see a bit more of what London really is all about.
Yeah, especially for photography. You want a mixture of everything, especially if you're there for a whole day. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good photography you could get in those areas with the vibrant colours and just the people there.
Yeah. Cool. Perfect. So, what's your favourite destination? Where do you love in the world the most?
New York is my favourite destination. I went there in 2016 or 17, and I've always had not affiliation, but I love for New York from the music I listen to and, the bits and bobs. So, going there was like a mecca for me, and doing photography there was just unbelievable. It's such a vibrant place, and it has so much character. The people there it's so much characters. I know London's the same in the sense that they're both big cities, but New York takes it to another level. It really does. And it's not hard to describe, but you have to really be there to really get the whole energy from it, It is really like going into a movie.
Yeah, and the thing is you're never long enough there, are you? You need to be there longer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, we stayed in Brownsville, which is like the worst areas in New York at that time. It was not by choice. It's by a bad choice of an Airbnb. What that showed us was how different New York is from Manhattan to, say, that area, and how different cultures are there. Yeah, it was good to see that, the two different sides, the different contrasts of what New York is really about.
Yeah. No, good choice. Yeah, spot on. Yeah. So where would you most like to visit in the world? What's on your bucket list?
I would like to go to Japan, just in Tokyo, just because it's another big city, but mainly Brazil Carnival, because that's another carnival which is like 50 times more than what Notting Hill is. So it should be good, that one.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, brilliant. So I know it's a weird question, but if you could time travel, where and when would you visit?
I'll go back to, I've been to India before. I went to India in 2011. This is before I was doing street photography, but what I realized when I was there, I was taking pictures which were street photography. But I would like to go back to India, say in the 1960s. I stayed in Ludhiana, which is Punjab. So I'd like to go back to that era and see what it's like. Amritsar, where the Golden Temple is. And just to see what is, what people are about. The thing about India is, it doesn't seem like, things have changed that much since then, but still, that's not a disrespect to the area. It's just like how they keep their traditions. So I'd love to go back to India in that time. Yeah,
no, absolutely. Because, I mean, 60s is obviously a long time ago and there must be changes, but I guess it's not as obvious when it's obviously a traditional kind of place, I guess.
And you haven't got the technology in the way, so people, I think it's like, I say I have a camera there, but taking a camera there and like seeing what people are like is, it'll be quite interesting.
Yeah, perfect choice. Brilliant. So, if you could photograph anyone in history, who would you shoot?
I would say not a person, I'll say a group, and that would be Wu-Tang Clan from New York.
Nice.
Yeah. I think with them, to go back in the 90s when they first started, and just to hand them out with they were all like different, versatile, and just taking pictures of them when they were starting around that area would be that'd be immense.
Yeah. I remember when they came out and it's like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What is this? It's just like, it's just completely, wow. Okay, fair enough, but yeah, absolutely.
And the thing is just like, I don't think another group could be like that. Yeah, that's a one-off, I would say, in the hip hop history. Just for the characters they have and the styles they have for each rapper is just like, it's god tier. So going back in time and shooting them, just when they started would be fantastic.
Yeah, spot on. And it's kind of, it's that perfect era when they arrived at just the right time for something completely different. And
it's
different attributes. And totally get that.
And that's why I love New York.
Yeah, I guess that fits hand in hand. Brilliant. So tell me a fun fact or a story about yourself.
A fun fact. So I used to make music before I did photography. So I used to do hip hop production on MySpace when that first came out. The good old days of social media,
Yeah.
When it's all like, no holds barred in a way. And, so I used to make hip hop on there, and a few of my tracks got played out on radio stations, independent radio stations, which is nice. And one of my tracks, which I'm quite proud of, was played in American jails after they had therapy sessions. It was a charity group called Prisoner Me No Way. And after their sessions, they used to play a track that I made of another guy from Massachusetts. His name is Breast Frame. We've lost contact, unfortunately. But the track was called Let Go, and it was a very uplifting track. Yeah, they used to play after their sessions. So that's really, really nice to hear.
Let it go and let that energy flow. Let it go, gotta let it go. Let it go and let that energy flow. Let it go, gotta let it go.
Jordan, it's just, the guy who rapped on it was very conscious, and it was, it's fun. I still listen to it now, and it's just nice to hear that happened. So I used to make beats back then. Really enjoyed it. SoundCloud as well. Stopped doing it quite a while back. And also another fact, so I used to cycle a lot and cycle London to Paris, and I'd done the Land's End to Edinburgh. Not John O'Groats, because I didn't have enough time, so I'd done Land's End to Edinburgh by myself.
And was that like a racing bike with the tiny little thin wheels?
Yes.
Wow.
and thin saddle, which hurt after 7 days.
See, you couldn't do that now because of all the bloody potholes and
That's
the
true.
speed bumps.
Speed, but yeah,
And,
I was like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Luckily, I never got a puncture, but yeah.
God, you break your wheel within like 50 yards of coming out of your house.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Both facts. Brilliant. Brilliant. So I know it's a bit of a weird one, but what's your favourite word?
Yeah, I was thinking, my favourite word in the profession that I do, which I won't go into, but I've worked with the traveller community in the past, and they've got a word for cigarettes, and they call it steamers. And I've always found that quite funny. They're really steamers.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so I've always that's always attached to me, steamers, cigarettes.
Wow, that's a new one.
Yeah.
I love. I always learn something new. I say this all the time, but it's great. Steamers.
Yeah,
that's
steamers.
a good one. I remember that one as well. A lot of them I forget, but yeah, that's excellent. Brilliant. So, tell me a new word or a saying I may not know.
A new word, saying you may not know.
Yes.
I'm from the Bayesian community because my mum's from Barbados, and they say cheese on bread. So you say, so it's like an expression like cheese on bread. That sort of expression, like what the hell? So
yeah,
you go to
instead of
Barbados,
blaspheming, you go cheese on bread.
yeah, exactly. It's a safer word for words. So if you go to Barbados, yes, you can say that in in with the crowd.
Great, excellent. Yeah, I love it. That's great. Yeah, I remember it was crying out loud. That was one.
Oh yeah, there is that as well. Yeah,
That's one that came out without swearing. You just about get away with it. Crying out loud. Yeah, that reminds me of cheese on bread. So yeah, cool. Excellent. So when did photography click for you? Obviously, excuse the pun, but when did you realise you could take a good shot?
Yeah, it clicked. I think so. My car broke down, so I had to walk and take the bus back in 2014. And I was walking a lot around the streets and that, and I started taking pictures and started off doing like, the landscape stuff, and thought that's all quite nice. Started going to London more, and I realised that the pictures are quite good. And I remember one night, summer's evening, just let me just go to Hyde Park and just take a picture. So I did, and I took a really nice, like sort of landscape. I got a guy walking along with the sunset going behind with the lake. It was good, and you put it on social media, got a good reception. I thought, I'm enjoying this, and yeah, people seem to like it. And from then, I just continued doing it. And when I first started street photography, I never really knew it was street photography. So I started taking more pictures of people on the streets around Piccadilly and stuff like that. And my friend said to start tagging it on Instagram, which I did. And then I realized there's more of this, and it's a bit naive me thinking, this has just been a street photography, but I just thought it's just photography, It's like, yeah, this is good. There's a community going. And what changed mainly for me and my style was, my partner, she bought me a book called Street Photography Now. And that book I was like, wow, this is all those great street photographers in there. I was like, this is amazing. And one person who caught my eye was Bruce Gilden with his close-up shots. I thought, yeah, I want to be like that. Don't want to be exactly like him, but I like that sort of energy that, the picture gives.
Yeah.
So I thought, yeah, okay. So I bought a flash. So no, I didn't buy a flash. So I used my flash now, my Sony. Started using that a bit more. Went to Speaker's Corner, which I used to live nearby. Thought I know when I go to Speaker's Corner, I could get away with maybe using my flash and doing that sort of style, how, it's in your face. Did that. And then ever since then, I've kept to that style from there. So it's like from one thing to the next.
Yeah, it's a good job you have, because you do an amazing job. Right. I mean, the thing is, it's kind of, you've obviously got the eye for it, and you've obviously got the interest for it.
Yeah.
And immediately it just, scenes, it's all scenes and people, obviously, they come together, because it's not easy. Sometimes you just get people. Yeah. And then, get a look of a person, but you don't. You always manage to get a scene, so there's more going on than just the one person. So it's great. Yeah. That's why I love your work.
I like that sort of. I like to always get the energy off the pitch. I know the flash gives it more of that, that boom. But yeah, I think like learning from him and others as well, of how if you take a shot, you can that picture can really just show you what's going on behind it. And so that's what I try to achieve in most shots I do take.
Yeah, and we're all saying we didn't know what street photography was. We all started off doing other things. Especially like COVID, you were taking pictures of everything in COVID because you're trying to get a style, and then you back out on the spirit. right, okay, this is a thing. This is like, ooh, shiny, I'm off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah,
Cool.
it's never look back, and I don't think I'll ever stop doing this. So yeah.
No. Brilliant. It's in your DNA now. That's it.
Yeah.
You're right. So this is the hard bit. This is your favorite 3 photos you've taken and why you like them.
Yeah, it's a bit hard in the sense. I do like a lot of pictures I take, and I am actually quite critical of some of them as well. I'll go with the first one would be the 2. I think they were twins or sisters with blue balloons in Carnival. So they were basically midway of taking the nitrous what the kids are taking now of the balloons, to get high, promote that. But yeah. So they were just taking this in the middle of doing that, and I saw them and I ran towards them and took the picture, and they weren't too happy when I did it, to tell you the truth. But I knew it's looking at them too, because they were both in the same similar outfit, and they both were doing the same thing at the same time. And I thought, this looks good, So I ran towards them, did it, and then ran off. Not ran off, but I was walked away, and and I think that shot, it came out exactly how I thought it would do. And yes, it's to this day my favourite shot. Just for the contrast of it, and you got one in front, one behind, and there's a man in the middle, so it gives it that natural feeling. And they're looking dead on into the camera as well. And I think that's like looking dead to say, oh, what are you doing? So yeah, that's my first. That's my first one. Second one would be the one I took when I first started doing this photography work, and that was in 2015 in Hackney Wick. My friend had a rave going on, so I went there, and there was this pool table. So when you go to the toilets, come out, and there's a pool table in the middle, and it had this like natural light beaming on the pool table. It's dark everywhere. I saw these 2 guys. They just finished their pool. I don't know if they finished it or they started it, but they were around the pool table. So I thought, this is really good. I had my Samsung Galaxy S3, so I took it on that. I thought, these guys look good. They like the light. The light always attracts you, So I thought, let me just take a few shots, and I did. And the one I've kept is when they're hugging each other, and you can't see their face. You could just see his white jumper, and he's in black. And you can see the pool ball there, and it's so clean. And I don't think I actually edited that shot. It just came out actually how it is on the because it was such good light, Yeah. And I've got that one on my wall actually at the moment. And that's to this day, it's one of my favourite shots. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love it when the light just hits right, is when that moment, and you just hope you got it, because you can see it in your eye, and you're just like, wow, let's see if we can capture it. And when you get it and it's one of your favourites, even better.
Yeah, exactly. So the third one, I'll do a recent one, and that's recent one is the Arsenal title championship parade, because I'm an Arsenal fan. So so I went there, and so this shot is of these two guys. One main guy is right in front of me, and he's just going mental, and there's his friend behind him, like holding him, and it's flipping. That shot just came out really good, And the story behind that is, so when the parade bus had gone past, what they did, they opened up the roads, because it was packed, So when they opened up the roads, and we've all gone into the middle, and then you got this crowd coming towards us, chanting away and that. And him and his friends just came towards me. I thought, this is it. So I'm walking like backwards, trying not to trip up, and he's coming towards me, shouting. They're performing for the camera. They know I'm doing it, and they're just going flipping crazy. And well, that's a good one. And it came out good. So happy with that.
And that's the thing. You can't repeat those moments, especially, obviously, how often is that going to, well, exactly. I can't say that, it's going to happen again or not, but, people obviously hope it will, but it's one of those events that just, everyone, I mean, even your nan was wearing a bloody Arsenal top.
Yeah, it's true. That day,
all of London went nuts.
That parade was, I do put it on par with Carnival itself. It was unbelievable. And I don't think no one prepared himself to see how it was going to be, especially when we lost the Champions League the night before. You'd have thought then we had won the league and the World Cup the day after, the way everyone was. Yeah. The way them guys were just, it was fantastic. Yeah, good.
And the weather was great as well. That
Yeah,
was the
well,
thing.
yeah.
That everybody was out on the streets.
Yeah.
They weren't huddled up inside.
No.
You could, you should go to the festival. Festival. The procession afterwards and stuff, and the parade and everything. It was just like,
And
everyone
was in good vibes as well. It's because you're in the Arsenal top. Everyone has loved everyone. It's a pure love,
Yeah.
It's happy to get a good picture from there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Brilliant. Excellent stuff. So what advice would you give a new photographer?
My advice would be to have a focus on what you're going to do. I take that back from the caveat from when I used to make music. When I used to do hip hop production, I thought, well, I'm not just going to make music. I'm going to try and make an album. I did do an album. And so you have to then that pushes you then to always keep on going, and the same thing with photography. So when I started photography, I thought, okay, I need a focus to do this. So the projects. So, my projects were Speaker's Corner, Carnival, and, the other one was, Big Ben. So when people come out of Big Ben, then when they come out and see the clock, I'm taking pictures of them. And that was a project. I haven't done that in a while, because where I live now is quite far away. But, my advice then is, always have a focus, always have a project, always, do something, just don't leave it as that. And I think then that makes you better because you're challenging yourself. And with that as well, I think you should always be critical of your shot. I am bad sometimes, but I think that's a good thing as well. I'm not going to put up everything. Like, I do have crap shots. I do. And that's with everyone, we were saying that before. But, you have to be critical. You can't just think, wow, that's a great shot. That's a great shot. Because you're not going to test yourself, you're going to be in a shallow end. You have to really push yourself. And also I've heard some people on your podcast say look at loads of pictures, which I do agree with. But I'll say on my stance, and I heard Suzanne Stein say this on the podcast about a year ago, is that she tends to not look at many pictures. And I thought maybe that's a good thing in a way, because you're not oversaturating yourself with all these shots in your head.
Yeah.
And all these shots in your head, you could think, well, I've got to be like that, got to be like this, or this, it's sort of this. I think for me, this is me personally, I think it sort of then distorts then what you're going for. Just keep it maybe in the focus of like a few shots, good shots now and again.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my stance on it. And also learn from the best. I learned from Bruce Gilding with my style. Don't copy his style like massive. I know it's in your face in the flash, but that's the format. It's not the style, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, learn from the best and be the best. Try to be the best. Yeah. So that's my best advice.
Yeah, no, absolutely brilliant. And a lot of people also say, sit on your shots for a bit. Don't go straight away.
Yes.
Give them
true.
at least a bit of time, because you get critical when you're in the moment and you remember the memory and you're just like, So
it's
cool.
true. And we're sorry when you say that, because I've posted a picture up recently of these girls in Carnival all in one shot. I think there's about 5 or 6 of them. It's a really nice shot. And I remember when I first took that shot, I wasn't too happy with it. And that shot was taken 2 years ago. And I've just posted, I thought, this is actually a really good shot. So that sitting on the shots is valuable. It really is. Go back to your old shots, because you're going to see something that you miss.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of, I think that's the beauty of photography, really. That's the depth of it has, of the creativity it brings, You do these things, go back, it's like, oh, wow, that's good. It's quite rewarding. Yeah,
nice thing on a rainy day, it's absolutely chucking it down for a week or something, which obviously happens quite a bit in London. So.
Yeah.
So sit there and go back through your work.
Exactly. Yeah.
Brilliant. So, what you got? What's going next then? What have you got? What's coming up? And what's your goal?
Yeah. So goal wise, I know I'm be working with a few guys with Street Badass and Victor with expeditions, which I'm very grateful for. Personally, I still want to go ahead with the Speaker's Corner and Acts of Dog project. So it was going to go ahead before COVID came along. So we had an exhibition ready to go in Brighton. And what that project is my Speaker's Corner with Ben, his Acts of Dogs pictures in Osterley Park, when he's taking pictures of dogs just going mental. And you marry them up and we'll edit them together, and the comparison is unbelievable. To this day, I'm still surprised of how good they are together, of these dogs behaving the same as these guys in Speaker's Corner. So and it gets a good reception, when it is posted. So yeah, I still want to do something with that, because I think that shouldn't be just washed aside.
And And I noticed as well, the tones are quite similar on the shot. They're quite, get the two together and then they're blended perfectly. They're brilliant.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, work really well.
This one shot even where I've got there's a guy on my speaker's corner. There's a guy in middle. He's in the shadows. It's like standing up, and in his Ben shot, it's the same sort of thing, but just with a dog. He's like, this is weird. This is like, it is seriously weird. It's like, how is this possible? How is this actually possible? But it just shows how humans are, like dogs, in a way.
Yeah, well, it's probably karma that the two of you come together and bought this work together. So you're obviously destined for it to happen, mate.
Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah. I got a shout out Chloe. Actually, she was the first person who said, "Oh, your shots look like his." And then it was sort of like a rainy day, and I thought, okay, let me put them together, and it did work. So yeah, big shout out to her for all that. But yeah, fantastic project. So that's what Excellent. I do hope to do in the near future or next year or whenever. It's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant. Well, I'm glad we finally made this happen. I mean,
cool, man.
We've not actually met in person, but apart from this first time we've actually spoken, but we've known each other for quite a while.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. So appreciate you being here and and sharing all your work, mate.
Thank you for the opportunity. So, yeah, thank you so much, and good luck to what you do as well in the future, and all of your work as well. Because your work is good.
Cheers.
Yeah, you have a style which is actually you can recognise your style, and that's the whole point as well. Say with photography is having your own style. If you see someone's picture, you know it's them. And I know with yours, you say as well. Let's look on Instagram.
I was very lucky the other day, actually. I spoke to Amy Horowitz. She said, I came across some neons the other day and I thought of you. I thought, well, that's all I need. That's the only thing I ever need ever.
You get your certificate for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Right, well, you take care and
you too,
have
mate.
a good evening.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Take care, man.